Ali Williamson is a crofter and a shearer from the Isle of Lewis in the Western Isles of Scotland. Life on this rugged island presents a unique set of challenges for both crofters and shearers alike. With sheep roaming freely across the hills and the harsh, unpredictable weather, crofters have to approach things a wee bit differently to their farming colleagues on the mainland. So, how do the islanders overcome these challenges, especially during a busy shearing season?
The essence of a gather would be to collect sheep from, it could be simply a croft, it could be a small area, it could be a larger area. You could need anything from just yourself to up to 10 people. Some people will have different strengths to others. Some people have better dogs, some people will walk faster, some people will walk too fast. I get blamed for that all the time. Sometimes you could be walking 3, 4, 5, no, maybe not, 3 or 4 hours before you even see an animal, and then that sheep's got to be walked back to where you started, so it takes a little bit longer to get back. So you could be gathering 8, 9 hours, 10 hours sometimes a day. It varies from township to township on how they work their system, but generally speaking there'll be a gather May, June for shearing on a normal year. This year has not been a normal year. We're in mid-August and we're not even looking at finishing shearing yet, which is hard, which is difficult. It's just a different year, but you've just got to go with it. Next year will be different. Predominantly most of our shearing's done with a boy AJ. We are kind of the younger end of the group. We work together so much now, we kind of bounce off each other a bit. We know what's kind of happening, we know each other. Some days you're in a bad mood and you kind of know without knowing or saying. So it very much like the connection with the dogs, you need that unjoined line. And I'm not just saying this with AJ, we are very fortunate in the group that we were out in Seaford or in Marrick or in Cleasham. That group of boys we've got there, they're special. We have a connection that's unsaid. Nobody says anything about it, and it's not a macho or a romantic connection or anything like that. It's like a knowing your guy is going to do that job and you don't even need to think about it. And we could be 2 miles apart and seeing animals moving and know what he's going to do next. We are very lucky in that if one of us needs a hand, it's just unsaid, we go and do it. And nobody asks any questions and it's done. And sometimes we won't speak to each other for months, but know that if we needed a hand with X, Y, or Z, you could phone any of them and they would be like, yep, it's fine. Which I probably don't appreciate again. Same as my dogs, don't appreciate enough. Shearing on the islands differs again to the mainland. Our own shearing in particular, I'm not a very good shearer. I'm totally self-taught, which is a bit of an idiot move on my behalf, but it is what it is, and it is what it is now, and I'm too long and old in the tooth to change things now. But I'm hoping that Noah and Bethany, that's why I will not teach them how to shear, because I can't shear properly. I know I can't shear properly. I get slagged off for it all the time, but I don't mind. I don't care. The shearing aspect of our work differs massively because the variation in flocks, meaning breed types, meaning the wool's different. Also the size of flocks. You could go from one person who's got 3 sheep to somebody who's got 300 in the same day. None of them are less important than the other. And you've got to remember that when you're shearing on an island. Whether it's madness for us to go and flip a sheep, set up for a 10 and then unset up, take everything down and then set up for another 12. It is what it is. It's where we are and we just do it. We don't have a trailer. Of all the sheep we shear, there is only 3 people, I think, that could get them into a shed, dry. 98% of our shearing is done outside. We run off boards on individual machines and a jenny. Our attempt is to go village to village. This year that hasn't worked at all due to weather. Showers and stuff's been so localised that we've had to dump some areas and then go to other areas. It's kind of the joy of it as well. Not the weather part aspect of it, but just going and seeing different people, and some of them are quirky and some of them are fascinating and some of them are a pain in the ass, but again, they all matter. It's the one time of the year where everybody's your friend, because they want they want you anyway. They need your service. So with that aspect of shearing on the islands, we're definitely needing young blood. We're needing new blood. It's not an old person's game, and in shearing terms, I'm an old person. Shearing them wet it's actually pretty grim. It's dangerous actually, more than anything else. Your board for a start becomes wet, so it's easier to slip on it. You're with that blade basically that could slip at any point. Shearing wet sheep's not great for your legs or your body. You tend to get kind of wool stick or whatever you want to call it, where it starts jabbing the legs and you don't even realise till later on that night you're covered in wee red spots. But case of a necessity, and we're having to. It's a welfare issue, and we cannot carry on into the middle of August gathering sheep and not clip them all. It's not pleasant, and in an ideal world you wouldn't do it, but yeah, we're not in an ideal world, so we'll just do it. Wool is not seen as a valuable product here at all. It takes up space. Unfortunately, there's no care taken to it because it's so worthless. A good 80% of the sheep that I clip now, people just give us the wool, and that's because it's a hassle to them. But to me, I'm good over with stuff anyway, so that as well, put it over. It doesn't even pay for the fuel for us to actually take it to Stornoway, because we've got to go to Stornoway. We can only take 10 bags at a time if we do, and it doesn't even cover the costs to get it away. So we just get rid of it. That's literally what we do, but I just don't get why such a valuable product is treated like it's, well, absolute crap, basically. And that's the way it's treated. If we had a value for the product we're producing, like our lamb, we would care and we would make a better effort of it. It's difficult to put into words what it's, when we do get the good weather, what it's actually like. But even in the bad weather, if you do something you love and it's hard, but you love it, it's not hard. It's really not hard. We are faced again with a bit of water. We're faced with cliffs. We're faced with hills that are pretty rugged. Our terrain isn't the most favourable, but there won't be a better place than where I'm placed. There's no stopping this game. Because why would you? Why would you stop this game? Why would you stop something that you love so much? And I don't ever see myself losing the passion for it. The other thing about the island is we are excellent swimmers. Like, we're born with webbed feet, so we can swim really, really well.